Hi, I'm Owen from Square Balloon, and today I'm going to talk you through how to edit the Gantry backend. So I'll just go to Gantry and show you what I mean. So here's the admin side of Gantry, and it's got lots of styles and sections and everything that are already coloured in, and you can simply change the colours by clicking. Makes life quite easy and quick. It might not have all the things that you want in there, so I'm going to show you how to add them. So first thing you need to understand is where to find them. So I'll just show you that. And then I'll show you some of the things that you can use out of the box, and I'll show you some of the things that you might not easily have found, but I have found them so I can show you them. So give me a second, I'll just log into my FTP so you can see what folder I'm in. Okay, so let's get an FTP for you. So this FTP, sorry about the delay there. Go into templates, and I'm in G5 Hydrogen, the name of my template, and then I'm in custom, and I'm in blueprints. So you probably might not have gone into this before if you've never needed to, and then you see the styles are there, and you can see there's what you'll actually see is if you go back up to the normal thing, and then the blueprints are here. You'll see all the default ones. You don't want to edit these ones because they'll be overwritten if the template gets updated. But you'll see there's some stuff here. What you could do is copy and paste them into the other folder, which would help you as a starting point. Or you might need to create your own. So I'll go back up. Imagine I'm in custom. That's where I do all my overrides. In blueprints, you can imagine, and in styles, you can imagine I've copied and pasted them, or else I've created a new one here. And I'll just show you a little bit about what that looks like. So if we look at so I've called this section feature, and it's just a YAML file. I've talked about this in other videos, but the format of YAML is 2 spaces and then 2 spaces, 2 spaces. It's always going to be 2 spaces for indentation. For that basically means it's a child, but if you do 3 spaces it won't work, or 1 space it won't work, and you'll get errors. So often the best thing to do is copy and paste the original file and edit that one. Anyway, you can just see what I've done here is I've named it feature colors, given it a description. The type is section. I don't know what other types you can have, but I've only ever used sections. And then you've got form, indent to fields, and then you've got your background and you've got your text color. And obviously this is the default value and a label, and the type is input color picker. You can actually have other inputs, so you could do a background image or something like that. I won't cover it in this tutorial, but I will show you where to find that information. In fact, I'll show you right now. So Gantry 5 docs, and then does this show you where to? Yeah, here you go. So this is the icon picker, input type icon, and the easiest way to find more of these things is probably just to listing ones from the main folder. Now back to where we were. So if I add this section into my custom blueprints, and you'll see that it will arrive in the back end here. So here it is, feature colors, and as you see the input for the color has just created these inputs. That's how you create these sections. You can create as many as you want, doesn't matter, it just makes it quicker to style a website. If you were using this as a sort of a theme to create new websites all the time, you might like to come up with some ideas to save you time. What I did is I created came with accent color 1 and accent color 2, and I created a contrast color. So I'll show you how I did that. I opened the accent YAML, and well, this one hasn't actually got it, but accent color 1, accent color 2. What I would literally do is just copy and paste this, and I'd obviously call it number 3 so it's unique, and then I would call this contrast color, something like that, and then give it a default of whatever I want, and then that would straight away mean that, as you see here, something appears. The other things you should really know about are the typography. So you have got some settings. This is the actual typography. This is not an override. This is the the main one I looked at. So I've gone into blueprints here, the styles, and sorry, that's not where I went. What I went is to SCSS, and then where did I go? Into hydrogen, I think. Yeah, and then you can open core and content array and all those other ones. And what you see is there's one called typography, so I've opened that, and now that gives me base border color. I can use that in other files because it's already been declared beforehand in the main CSS. I can also use base text color. So you see base text color is here, and you can see that it's been set here, base text color, and you can see base background as well, so I could also use that as well. So this is just a way of using the things that are already built within Gantry, which you might not know that you can use in your SCSS files. You can do your off-white and your base border color. A couple of things there you could use. Go into the core, you see that accent color 1 is how you use the accent color. So then accent color 2, and I can't remember the contrast color. I think you're going to be using accent color 3 for that, because it's color 3 here. I think that's the reason. You might have to play with that and just check. I'm showing you things that are possible that you might not have known about. Anything else in here we need to know about? White is already declared, so you could use that. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. These are files that we've created, so nothing to show you in there. But oh yeah, so here you go. So here's how you use the variable. So this particular section is called introduction text. This is a feature YAML. We obviously have an introduction text YAML as well. So if we were doing it for feature, we would create a feature SCSS. You don't have to name it this way, you can name it whatever you want, but the important thing to note is that this variable is available, so it's the name of the section and then text background, name of the section and then text color. So this is, sorry, just background, because the introduction text is the name of the section. So same here, so you've got text color and you've got background. So if you just use those two variables, you'll be able to style your sections very effectively, and that will mean when you do make these changes, SCSS will know what to use. And if you can ignore these things, these are variables that we've created ourselves for our own color scheme. So this is our color scheme on this particular website. You can see we've created a few different colors there, so obviously we're calling them, but the default ones that you can call are these ones. So I hope that helps you to improve your Gantry knowledge, and I hope it helps you to understand how you can really customize the back end, and then how you can get those features to come through to the front end and really understand how to make a much more reusable template that you could use for many future projects. Thanks for listening, thanks for watching. If you like what we give you information on, then please subscribe and comment.